What is up? It is Coach Morris, aka your favorite youth pastor, once again with another video. This video is going to wrap up our friendship series, as you've got to hear some of my family, such as my mother, my wife, speak on friendships, and got to hear their perspectives. You got to hear some people that I play softball with or have played softball with. You got to hear their perspective. You've got to hear some of my youth. Shout out to Dax, Malik, and Jeff. You got to hear them. They're currently in my youth group. You got to hear them. You got to hear some of my former youth, like Grace or Grayson. Sorry, my bad. You got to hear Rayleigh, some of my former youth back in Conway. You got to hear my mentors like Cody, Mr. Daniel, and a few others. You got to hear some new friends like Megan Williams and her husband Mike. You got to hear a lot of different aspects on friendships and what to take away. Now it's my turn to give you my take on friendships. And I'm going to use, since I like the fishing, I'm going to use almost like a fish analogy. So if you know anything about fishing, oh gosh, that was close. So if you know anything about fishing, there's a lot of different lures, right? You got like the worm, which I actually just caught one in a little pond behind me on a little worm, Texas rig. You got this little swim bait, jig head style. You got this buzz bait here for topwater stuff. You got a spinner, which obviously is kind of wacky right now. It's kind of broke. You got a frog, a little frog style with some little paddle tails. Got a jig with a little crack and crawl on it. But the point of showing you all those baits is each one has a purpose, and each one is thrown at a certain time. And the point I'm trying to make is your friends are all going to come in different size, shapes, forms, colors. They're going to come from everywhere. And as you live your life, each one's going to serve maybe a different purpose in your life, whether they're to comfort you, whether they are to guide you, whether they're to be there for you, whether they are to, be that all-around good friend, whether they're to help you get out of trouble, whether they help you while you're already in trouble, whatever it may be. So don't worry about the quantity of friends. Don't worry about how many friends you necessarily have, but the quality of them. Just like fishing lures, depending on what brand you get, maybe the more expensive ones are going to be more of a quality bait or lure than something cheap as like the Walmart dollar spinner bait. So especially whether you're young, old, middle-aged, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's important to have friends who are going to be rock solid, and it's important to have friends that are going to be lifelong friends. Two great examples I have in my life are my parents. My mom, she grew up in Augusta, and those friends she had in high school and childhood are still some of the friends she has today. And then my father as well. My father, the friends he made in high school and his childhood, he still contacts, and some of them actually work for him here now and then, or he works for them as well, because they have maintained that friendship over all these years. And of course, both my parents, they have friends that come and go, but it's cool to see, and it's cool to have them as an example of what friendship looks like and what long-term friendship looks like in this life, because both of them have multiple friends that they have been friends for 20 plus years. And the only way to do that is to be able to trust them, have that loyalty to them, trust them, let them be trustworthy, let you be trustworthy. Be able to take that criticism from them and still love them no matter what they say or how they say it. A lot of times we like to hear what we want to hear, and yet we need those friends in our lives who's going to tell us what we need to hear. Not what we want, but what we need. There's scripture on that. It says, it was mentioned in some of my other videos, so I'm going to kind of paraphrase it. It talks about how your enemy, or how an acquaintance how they will tell you what they want to hear, and you get into some quarrel or some trouble, as whether, or I think it says kisses, they fill you with kisses to make you feel good or whatnot. Maybe not literal kisses, but you know what I mean. They give you the warm butterflies in your tummy kind of deal. And then the friends with their harsh words but truth, you know, I don't know, I probably messed it up, I'm sorry. You know, anyways, you can, I believe the verse is in Proverbs. You can go check it out for yourself. The point is, your friends are going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. And so that is my take on friendship. You know, they come in all shapes, forms, and sizes, colors. You know, it doesn't matter. And as long as you're willing to tell them what they need to hear, not what they want to hear, and you know, you love them the same when they, you know, when they get in your Kool-Aid as well. You know, so that's my take on friendships. I just want to say I appreciate everyone who has made a video for me, or who is at least willing to. I know life gets busy. I know circumstances come up and you get busy doing this or that. It's cool. Don't worry about it. I appreciate you anyways. So anyways, that's my take. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. It is extremely hot, so make sure you're safe. Make sure you're staying hydrated. I love you guys. I'll see you Sunday.